All right, you guys, it's time to throw down some truth talk. Probably gonna make some people mad, but you know what? This is called tough love. It's tough love time. Do not, I repeat, do not join direct sales. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't care what reason you think it's a good idea. I don't care if your best friend's doing it, if your mom's doing it, if they all have the best product to sell and they want you to get it on the ground floor of the action. Don't do it. Say, thanks, no thanks, I'm good. Don't do it. So about a year ago, I had done a video way back when my channel was brand new. It was fresh to the YouTube world. I had done a video about how I thought direct sales was a joke. And in that video, I gave my personal experience as a direct sales consultant for Jamberry. And I talked about my personal opinions, why I quit, what I do now, and why I feel like it's so much better. Well, that was a year ago, and with all of the new things happening right now with Lularoe and this billion-dollar lawsuit, I really felt like I needed to vent again on the entire situation. And it's my channel, so if I want to vent, I'm gonna vent with a little bit of tough love in there too. First, if you don't exactly know what I mean by direct sales, and again, I'm not referring to only Jamberry or only Lularoe in this video. If you aren't exactly sure what I mean by direct sales, really quick, direct sales is when you are a certified consultant of some company where you have to buy in for a startup kit, you have to buy in for some sort of certification, and then from there you either purchase merchandise or you sell direct to consumer from a website, and you're expected to host parties, you're expected to showcase merchandise, you earn commissions based on sales. First of all, the thing that irritates me the most about direct sales is they give you this impression that being a direct sales consultant for any company, again, any company, I'm not just talking about Jamberry or Lularoe, but those are probably going to be the main focuses of this video because Lularoe is the one that's in lawsuit right now, and Jamberry because I used to be a Jamberry consultant. So those are the two primary companies that I have in my head, but all direct sales companies, or MLMs, which stand for multi-level marketing, all of those businesses paint this picture of you being your own boss. You're an entrepreneur, you're buying into a system that is proven to work, and you can set your own hours, you can make your own money, you could work from home and live this lavish lifestyle where you're selling this merchandise that is proven that consumers want, right? No. About the only thing that you can do is set your own hours. It is nowhere near getting rich quick. It's nowhere near being your own boss. And most of the time, people fail at it. And the reason why they fail at it is because these multi-level marketing companies, these direct sales companies, they only exist to sell to their consultants. That's right. I said it. They only exist to sell to the consultants. If it's a consumer-based driven sales system, then they lead you to believe that you are the one that's going to be making all the money because you are going to sell to all of the consumers and you're going to be pocketing commissions and you're going to be making up the difference in the wholesale price that you paid for the item. But you know what? The joke is on you because you as the consultant are their consumer. Now, I just want to say to anybody who is in direct sales, who is a consultant of some kind that's about ready to drop a comment on this video down below, how you're going to say, I don't know what you're talking about. I work for Mary Kay and I bring home a paycheck every single week and I love the parties. The parties are super awesome. I love doing them. I love that I can stay home with my babies and make all of this money. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not a joke. It is a legitimate entrepreneur business. Save it for someone who cares, okay? If you're about ready to drop me one of those comments, then just know that congratulations, you are in the top 2% of people that actually make money in that industry. And if you're not a part of the 2% that actually makes money, it means that you're in denial and you're being brainwashed by your upline to believe that you do have what it takes. You just gotta keep going. So again, I just want to briefly talk about my experience with Jamberry. If you don't know what Jamberry is a product that it's a beauty product. It's for your nails. They not only have the little nail wraps, but they also have different lacquers. They have a gel-based gunk that settles into your nail, and basically it's do it yourself at home manicure system where you only have to give yourself a manicure, you know, every couple of weeks or so. Let me tell you why I initially went ahead and joined Jamberry. At the time, I had just had Benjamin. He was a brand new baby, and I hadn't really got back into reselling yet. And I was just kind of sitting around at home, and a really good friend of mine contacted me that she was having a party, and it was actually a friend of hers that was a really, really high on the totem pole upline consultant for Jamberry. She was hosting a party for her, and she had wanted me to come to the party, and she had kind of contacted me behind the scenes, and she was like, you know, hey, can you attend the party and really like the posts and participate and stuff, because it's always a lot more fun when people participate. I hadn't really done a lot of virtual parties for direct sales or anything like that, but she was a really good friend of mine, so I went ahead and participated. Well, she had decided to join as a consultant because she had a very small child. She was going back to school. She really didn't have that time to go out and get a job outside of the home. She didn't really have the ability. So she was planning on joining as well. And then she got a lot of incentives in the first month if she got someone else to sign up under her. And so she was really trying to, I don't want to say she was pushing me, because she was a very good friend of mine. I didn't see it as being pushy, but there was a lot of incentives to join as a consultant. There really was. Like the initial startup kit was only $99, and you got a lot of stuff for $99. If you were to just like go to the website and buy everything, you know, the entire setup to get going, to do your nails, you would get a whole bunch of different designs, and you got to pick the design of the wraps that you wanted. You know, the heater, all of the toolkit, all of this stuff. It was worth like 3 times what the startup kit was. So that alone was attractive. They really try to get people to sign up as a consultant just because it's a better deal. If I were to just like go to the website and buy the 4 sheets of wraps and the heater and the toolkit and this, that, and the other thing, I would have spent more than $99. So it's kind of one of those, hey, if you sign up to be a consultant, you get a $500 value for only $99. You might as well join as a consultant. And I really did honestly like the product. I am, you know, you probably noticed, I'm a chronic nail biter. I've been a nail biter since I was a little girl. And the idea of having, you know, some sort of a wrap or something on my nail to try to deter me from biting my nails, it was very, very attractive. And she had sent me some samples, and I thought it was really cool. And so I'm kind of like, you know, well, I'll join as a consultant. I'll spend the $99. I'll get all of this stuff. And if I decide not to sell anymore, it's no big deal. And that was probably one of the only reasons why I did sign up as a consultant for Jamberry, was because there was really not a lot of risk. There really wasn't. There wasn't a lot of risk. Yes, it was $99, and that's a big chunk of money to a lot of people. But for the amount of merchandise you get for that $99, even if you decide not to sell one thing, you get to keep everything that's worth more than $100. So even if I decided not to sell to anybody, I was still getting a good deal, and my friend was getting an incentive bonus for me signing up. So I went ahead and did it. But then I realized that's how they get you. So one of the most appealing things about Jamberry was that you didn't actually have to buy the merchandise to resell it. When you hosted parties or you showcase things, people would buy directly from the website. You didn't have to worry about shipping anything. You didn't have to worry about inventory. You didn't have to worry about buying it wholesale and reselling and then being stuck with a lot of inventory. That was the most attractive thing about it. But there was a catch. In order to be more successful at these parties, you had to have party favors. You had to have party games ready. You had to have samples for people. And that's where they started to get you. And that's why I say, as the consultant, you are the company's consumer. Before I knew it, I was spending money out of my pocket to buy the newest products so that when I did do parties, I was able to show people how these things actually worked. You know, if someone wanted to know how the gel kit worked, which the gel stuff was not included in the startup pack, and the gel kits are expensive. The starter kit was like $150, you know. So if someone wanted to know how the gel worked, as a consultant, you kind of need to know how it works. So what do you have to do? You have to buy it so that you can learn how to use it. So when a client asks you how to use it, you can tell them. Because if you don't know how to use it, you're not a very good consultant, right? And then there's party games and party favors. If you're going to play games, nobody's going to participate unless there is a prize. So you have to have all of these games and all of these prizes, which the prizes come out of your pocket. And then if you're hosting online parties, which that's all I ever did. I only ever did online parties because I wasn't able to go spend evenings at people's houses. Plus, I didn't really know anybody locally, so I didn't really want to go do parties in strangers' houses. But you have to then mail the party favors to people, which was starting to become quite expensive because you would host an online party and you would have 20 people participate. So 20 party packages would go out into the mail and only 2 or 3 people would actually make purchases. So you were lucky to break even on a party. And then there was that incentive to buy wraps and items that were about ready to be discontinued, because when styles or wraps would become discontinued, they would be highly sought after in the future, because if somebody was like, oh man, I really love that wrap, but it was retired back in spring of 2016, it was a really good selling point for you to be like, oh, well, I have it right here. So as a consultant, you found yourself buying up soon-to-be retired merchandise just to have on hand in case somebody needed a little bit of an incentive to buy from you later. So in my first month of being a Jamberry consultant, I made about $400 in commission, but then I turned around and basically spent every single penny of it on more stuff to do parties. And they really encourage you to love the product and use the product. And if you're gonna be selling nail wraps, you need to always have nail wraps on. So I was having to constantly buy things for myself just to have something to showcase. And very quickly, the pool of buyers started to shrink and nobody wanted to buy them anymore. And so there I was, barely had broken even with all of this stuff that I couldn't sell. And to be quite honest, I started hating throwing parties. I started hating them because I felt like I was hounding people, and I knew that I was because I hated being hounded myself. So that was one end of the spectrum for direct sales. That was very little cost to start up, but it's still a bad idea. Now let's go to the other side of the spectrum and let's talk about Lularoe. Oh, I've been waiting to talk about Lularoe. I'm about to blow up. I would just like to start off by saying, before I go off on my rant about Lularoe, that this is all my personal opinion. I believe that I am not going to make friends with the statements that I'm about to make, but it's seriously about tough love right now. The reason why I say Lularoe is on the other side of the spectrum from Jamberry was because Jamberry had a $99 startup cost. $99. Lularoe, on the other hand, has a startup cost from anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. $5,000 to $10,000 to get started. Are you joking? Really, is that a joke? Is it? I mean, come on now. How a direct sales company has over 80,000 consultants worldwide with that kind of startup cost is beyond me. I am completely shocked. I also have to state that I really do think that this lawsuit against Lularoe is really, really stupid. Stupid because it's not Lularoe's fault. That's right, I said it, throw your stones. That's right, it's not Lularoe's fault that you are upside down thousands of dollars in merchandise. If you're really wanting to be an entrepreneur and you're really wanting to have your own business, set your own hours and be your own boss, and you're willing to spend thousands of dollars to do it, you need to have a business mindset, just a little bit. You need to do your due diligence and research because it's you. You are the one that decided to take thousands of dollars of your family's money and sink it into a business without knowing as much as you should have known. So going back and trying to sue the company that you bought into, and let's face it, nobody held a gun to your head, go in and try to sue a company that you paid to be a part of is like me trying to sue McDonald's for making me fat, or me trying to sue Breyer's ice cream for giving me diabetes. Well, the ice cream said all natural and no preservatives. I didn't realize how much sugar was in it. I told you guys, this is gonna be tough love. Lularoe was in the business of selling dreams. And if you bought into that dream at the tune of $10,000, you have no one to blame but yourself. Now, all of that being said, to Lularoe, to the owners and founders of Lularoe and everybody at the top, shame on you. Shame on you for preying on people in the hunt of the American dream. Shame on you for attempting to con mothers and fathers into taking thousands of dollars out of their family savings account. If you really thought you had a quality product, guess what? Reach out to Target, reach out to Walmart, reach out to Macy's, reach out to any kind of retailer that's out there and price your leggings a little bit cheaper and sell them off the shelves to consumers. There is no reason to go after families and their hard-earned money. Shame on you for preying on people that probably don't know any better. You know, I said before that I really think that the lawsuit against you is a whole bunch of hoopla, but you know what? I really hope that all of the plaintiffs end up taking you to the cleaners. I hope that your business gets shut down and you end up in bankruptcy court. Because yeah, you didn't hold a gun to the head of every 80,000 plus consultants that joined into your dream lifestyle and gave you thousands of dollars of their hard-earned money, but you know what? You sure painted a picture that wasn't exactly the truth. And I hope you pay for it. Got that out of my system. The Lularoe and the whole Lularoe direct sales system was the main target of my rant, yes, because it's the one that's currently facing a lawsuit right now. But I am pleading you, I am begging you, do not ever join a direct sales company. There is a reason why they are labeled as pyramid schemes, even though technically they are not pyramid schemes. Pyramid schemes don't give you an exchange of goods for a price. Pyramid schemes are strictly just, hey, give me money, sign up, and I'll give you the promise of a fortune and a downline. That's what a pyramid scheme is. So they call it an MLM or a multi-level marketing company rather than a pyramid because pyramid schemes have such a bad reputation. But ipso facto, it's the exact same premise. The people at the top 2%, the people that get in on the ground floor are the only ones that make money. And the other 98% might break even or they might lose a lot of money. And if you are not heeding my warning, if you have a friend who just joined a multi-level marketing company and they're enticing you to get in on the ground floor so that you can be a part of that 2%, I beg you, please do your research. Know what you're getting into, especially if you are spending a lot of money. And I can also tell you right now, if you are attempting to get in on the ground floor of some up and coming direct sales company, you still shouldn't do it because the market is so flooded with direct sales companies. Frankly, people are sick and tired of it. And even if you're getting on the ground floor of a new company, chances are it's not going to pay off for very long because people are just going to get sick and tired of the parties and the products. Truth talk. If you have fallen victim to becoming a part of a nasty direct sales cycle, if you have lost money, if you are barely breaking even, do not keep going with it just because your upline is telling you that it's your fault and you just need to do better. Do not keep going, holding on to the promise and the dream that the higher-ups are selling you. It's not gonna come. And there is no shame in just cutting out early and saying, this isn't for me, I don't wanna do it anymore. Liquidate your stuff, get as much money back as you can, and just learn from your mistake and never do it again. If you did buy into one of these multi-level marketing companies, if you are a direct sales rep, if you did buy into it and you feel like you failed at it, that's okay. You are not alone. I fell into it and I failed miserably. Feeling the pain of failure from something like a direct sales company is one of those things that pains you to the point where you learn a very valuable lesson. And if you are thinking about joining any sort of direct sales company, I really hope that this video gives you some food for thought because I am seriously trying to save people from losing a lot of money. I don't care if it's your sister, I don't care if it's your mother, I don't care if it's your childhood friend. If they are trying to recruit you and trying to sell you this lavish lifestyle that they have been promised, politely decline. There are many other things that you can do to make money from home. There is tons of videos on YouTube about different ways of making money from home. You know, as I'm sure lots of you watching right now have watched my videos before, you know that I am a reseller. I sell on online platforms. It's what I do. You know, you can make money lots of ways. It just takes a simple Google search to find them. And I can promise you that direct sales is probably a lot more work than other things. Anyways, my rant has lasted longer than I anticipated. I hope that you gained some knowledge and some perspective from this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of thumbs down. It's probably gonna be, you know, people who have really bought into this whole multi-level marketing thing and you think that I'm full of it when you're the one full of it. So I expect to get a lot of thumbs down. But you know what? That's okay because this is my platform. This is my soapbox to stand up on and rant and rave about whatever I want to. And if I can prevent one person from losing thousands of dollars on one of these schemes, then this video did its job. Have any comments? I expect to see a lot of them below. Let me know what you think about this whole Lularoe lawsuit. You know, do you side with the plaintiffs? Do you side with Lularoe? How do you think this should go? Do you think that it's a legitimate lawsuit? You know, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you have ever been a part of a direct sales company. Let me know what company it was. Let me know what your experience was. You know, because as much as I mock the people that defend direct sales companies, I still know that there are people out there that make money with it. I'm not blind to the fact that people are out there making money, but they're the exception. It's not everyone that signs up. Not everybody that signs up is going to be successful. If 80,000 Lularoe consultants were successful, then there wouldn't be enough buyers. There's not enough buyers for 80,000 Lularoe consultants to be completely successful and to be in that top 2%. So let me know if you're part of a direct sales company. I'm kind of curious to see if you failed at it, if you are excelling in it. And if you are excelling at it, did you get it on the ground floor? Is that how that whole thing works? Because I don't know how else you would excel at it other than to be at the top of the pyramid. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you with my next video.